So, welcome back to my basement. Today I'm gonna talk about Eachine EV200D. So, in the past year I've been using a number of box goggles because it was the first thing I started with. Here you have a photo of what I started with, and it was pretty clunky and it was made from those ground station screens and some VR box stuff, and it was mashed up together, but it was flyable, so I was okay with it. Then 1 year later I bought this, the VRD2 from Eachine, always from Eachine. And this was pretty nice. I mean, it's not that big, actually. It's not that big. But it's still a cheapo box goggle, and the DVR doesn't work really good, and it has kind of some problem. It shuts down without reason, so I was like, I don't trust this thing. And then I got this. This is the Eachine Goggles 2. This is really nice, except it's big, as you can see, and it doesn't fit inside my backpack. So it's nice to fly at home. It has a really nice screen, I guess it's 7-inch and 720p. It's gorgeous to look at. It gives you a lot of immersivity, and damn, I like using this. But I had a problem, because I need to travel now and I don't want to go around with this huge of a backpack. I was scared of trying the goggles like these ones, not the box goggles, because I once tried the Fat Shark HD3, the Dominators, and I was like, man, this screen is a little bit small, and I don't feel that immersivity. So I got this for cheap, and I guess like 230 bucks. It was really cheap. It's half the price of a Fat Shark, and I'm really happy with this. Let's talk about the pros and cons of these ones. Pros: cheap. Screens are really nice, they are colorful, they are clear, I don't have any issue whatsoever, they are really comfortable, they give you two different type of foams so you can fit it to your needs. There is a fan, there is a DVR, it works in the latest update, but this came in alright, so I think they are already updated. IPD is fine, you have diopters, you can plug in the HDMI because the screens are 720p, which is a lot. The reception is fantastic. I mean, the reception is something else. And you can power through the battery, which is a really nice battery. It charges via USB, it has a LED indicator and stuff. Or you can power them through USB from a power bank, which is something really nice. AV in, all of the usual stuff. Cons, in my opinion. These buttons. They are not ergonomic. I mean, to navigate through menus you have to press, like to record DVR you have to press for 10 seconds, which is like, I mean, look at this. Turn them on Now it's on. I mean, it was full 6 seconds. You know how much it is. And now they picked the channel. I mean, every time you wanna fly, it takes 8 seconds to boot up. And this is a lot. For me, I mean, it's not a big issue, but every time 8 seconds adds up, you know. So just leave them turned on and go doing something else. They don't have a power button. You have to plug the cable straight in. They don't have a power saving mode. So once you plug them in, they are on. And the fan is always on, because it has to cool off the internals. You can switch it off and it switches off the anti-fog one, but there is another fan inside. Another thing I want to point out, I mean, I don't like the aesthetics that much. I mean, compared to the box goggles, it's years forward, but I want to personalize them, you know, so I'm gonna do it right now. I mean, adding some carbon fiber and stuff. Look at this beauty. Come on, focus. It turned out really good, and I look like some kind of Daft Punk with this thing on. So the review is done. I think it's not complete because I may have missed out something, but you know, bye.